Evening to you and dear viewers. The internal pressures, in fact, never managed to form a real pressure factor to shape Netanyahu's policies in the ground. Netanyahu may go for a deal upon his chooses strategies that are more than confronting the resistance movements, but is targeting the Palestinian project and the Palestinian people, and targeting in Gaza, in particular, what is called the cleansing, ethnic cleansing. So is working about to try to expand the expelling environment that will contribute to what he wished to go for. Specifically, the reoccupying and the Gaza Strip enclave in total with the security grab to execute or to go in line with the ambitions and the aspirations and that is linked to the economic affairs such as Ben Gurion Canal and the framework as well.
Now, sir, delving into the Israeli government's internal divisions. So, Smotrich has denied Ben Gvir's demands for a further budget increase for the police. How do you view these major disagreements among Israeli government members in recent days?
There are just disagreements about the deals, not just in the objective, such as Smotrich represents the extreme party in Netanyahu's capital, but the biggest extremist and the owner of ideology is Netanyahu itself. According to his famous book, Among the Nations, published in 1993, I mean around 3 decades from now. Therefore, is working at large to execute such a strategy that go in line with the far right wing that is trying to employ these hardliners to execute his plans that he thinks that should be executed in addition to his personal goals. Therefore, all what we hear within the coalition inside the Israeli cabinet, just as for the abroad and domestically, go back to the agreement of the coalition. We found that all the parties have already signed to adopt the settlement plan presented by Smotrich, relying on the theory of division published in 2017. That says that Netanyahu basically is fully agreed up the steps made by Smotrich, but all the disagreements to be imported to the media purposely are attempts to run the conflict domestically and externally. And if he goes from there, office will be charged for corruption charges, and he has an international demand from the ICC, and he thinks that his future is subject to his staying in power. And I think that Netanyahu, even the Zionist project, as the Israeli and the Jewish people don't pay great attention for themselves, but they care only about the personality of Netanyahu, and that was very clear in his speech in the Congress by saying, I quote, I can to execute whatever you think of any plans. I mean that he belongs to the European, Western American colonization project in the Middle East more than to the Zionist project, even if he used this project in achieving the colonization project and plans.
Now, sir, but moving to the state of the Israeli streets, could the public anger against Netanyahu over the delayed detainee release agreement end Netanyahu's rule?
This is a very good point. The Israeli public opinion talking about the necessity of releasing the hostages and their family never shape and a pressure step that would affect his policy. And the evidence that there was disagreement on Netanyahu's personality about the amendment of judicial system, and the people in the street and the division as well as the opposition were more than what we see now through movement that never managed to shape a different state about the policies of the cabinet, Israeli cabinet. The government still controls the street, and the proof, even the case of the hostages in the public opinion in Israel in the past 2 weeks,